Hi, I'm Autumn Simpson, and I am a junior from Windsor High School. Windsor is my home, my community, and it has a deep connection that runs through me in the linear serenity of the town. It is where hundreds of years of history layer one another, where the past can meet the present, where the grounds we walk on now are the grounds that could tell stories if they could speak. Cemeteries are burial grounds of the deceased, and it's always been interesting to me to think of how people died, what they were like, what happened to them connects with the events of that time. I used shots of the graves with respect, with a focus on the table tombs, which were popular during colonial times. The purpose was to protect the tomb of the deceased from disaster and grave robbers, as history is protected by those who dare to keep it alive.
Hi, I'm Alma Karikari, and I'm a junior at Windsor High School. When the town of Windsor comes to mind, I'm reminded of some of my most fun experiences at the town green, hence the reason why the scene is the focus of the piece. My idea for drawing the fountain in pencil was to portray the historical value of the fountain and emphasize on its old architectural design. The use of bright colors in the piece, contrasting with the penciled fountain, represents a now versus then concept. The sky and grass represents youth, which mirrors my experiences at the town green, the library, the Shad Derby, and concerts that have been held there. The reason for deciding to keep the town hall building in color is because it's still very much in use, though its architecture still speaks of historical tradition. I thought by using the blue rippled scrapbook paper to replace the water in the fountain would create a sense of time and movement, a transition from the past to the future. This also represents my shift from childhood to adolescence. I moved here during my first year of being a teenager.
Hi, my name is Jamar Shelton, and I'm a junior at Windsor High School. The triangle element with the sun design are inspired by a Victorian house on our walk that included that design near its roof. The glazed colors I layered were in the brown family to represent the woods, because where we were on the field trip were surrounded by trees. The colors have that calming feel because I consider Windsor to be a peaceful town. I moved to Windsor at the end of my freshman year. The experience of this field trip and project really helped me learn about my hometown and its long history.
Hi, my name is Clem Bakari, and I'm a junior from Windsor High School. When I think of Windsor, the first thing that comes to my mind is my home. The reason I say that is because I value my family. When people see this piece, I want people to have the taste of Windsor, which includes the historical aspect, its quiet environment, and its friendly people.
Hi, I'm Hannah Birch, and I'm a junior at Windsor High School. Born and raised in Windsor, I grew up learning about the rich history in school, attending field trips through the Windsor Historical Society. I wanted to capture my whimsical vision from when I was a child through the swirling sky and grass inspired by Van Gogh. I wanted to acknowledge the many lives before us who have departed from this earth but are not gone, with the woman who has grown old and died, but her grave still remains. I wanted to create a peaceful mood because I know Windsor as a peaceful and stable home.
Hi, I'm Ellis Caf, and I'm a junior at Windsor High School. When I think of Windsor, the thought of nature automatically comes to mind. That's why I've chosen the picture of the river and trees that was seen during our walk to symbolize my representation of the town. I also added the sun and its rays in the sky because I was inspired by the decorative pediment on one of the Victorian houses on our tour. As viewers look at this piece, I want them to be able to see the beauty stored inside of Windsor.
Hi, I'm Alexa Files, and I'm a junior at Windsor High School. While I was learning about historical Windsor, I realized the community was much smaller and more connected in earlier times. And when I viewed the palisade green, I envisioned much more excitement and community. I imagined people walking around from place to place and communicating with each other and becoming a closer union. When I think of the town of Windsor, I often feel isolated and view people in Windsor to be less connected, most likely because of new technologies we have today.
Hi, I am Trevon Smith, and I am a junior at Windsor High School. When I think of Windsor, I think of the town green. I wanted the viewer to see trees as a part of how I view Windsor because the very first thing I learned to draw was a tree, and it started me on my artistic journey that I am on today.
Hi, my name is Nia Grace Terrain, and I'm a junior at Windsor High School. When I thought about Windsor, I thought about how it was when I first came here in the 7th grade and I got to know Windsor. Windsor is my home even though I only been here for a short period of time. I want people to see Windsor through my eyes. I use past and present experience I have lived in Windsor to symbolize the warmth and the sense of home that allowed me to appreciate what Windsor has given me. My experiences living in Windsor has allowed me to grow and has shaped who I am today.
When I think of Windsor, I think of my home and good memories. I drew the home and the bridge to show this idea. Also, I want to show that our town has a long history. I chose this background to represent the farms and the different kinds of trees in Windsor because it makes me feel that I am in my country in the Middle East.
Hi, I'm Callie Valmeigen and I'm a junior here at Windsor High. When I think of Windsor, I think of a historic town with a connected community and modern-day ideas that is accepting of many diverse backgrounds. While the torn map in the background and the images of worn gravestones suggest the foundation of Windsor as one of the oldest towns in the country, the tree branches stretching across the frame resemble a living, ever-growing lineage of family trees and roots that keep our community together. Red thread sewn into the page unifies each element, making the piece both figuratively and literally close-knit. The unique accepting lens through which our community views the world is represented by the image of a window, an element taken from the historic buildings in Windsor. A diverse range of leaf colors also reflects the diverse community of our town, connected and strong as seen by the thread connecting each leaf. The sun in the top right-hand corner, another element inspired by Windsor's architecture, represents the constant optimism and positivity shining down on our community. Finally, I want viewers looking at my piece to see a symbolic and accurate depiction of Windsor, our town and our home, and to understand how the accepting and diverse community here has impacted my experiences.